new phone number has accidentally got burned up, got in the fire. Yeah, along with the other crumpled paper.
Hazel, knowing how you feel about not wanting a private number, this couldn't have happened accidentally on purpose, could it?
Sure. Oh, no, Mr. B. You're the boss here. And if you want to have a private snooty number...
Hazel, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, I accept it. So now that the new one is burned up, maybe we can go back to the old one, huh?
For your information, the new phone number goes into effect automatically tomorrow morning.
What are we going to do, George, if we don't know the new number?
I know the new number. Fortunately, I memorized it. It's Klondike 58723. No, it's Klondike 58723.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. I never forget a phone number. No, I'll get it. And if someone's selling anything, I'm really going to let him have it.
Boy, if he gives out the wrong private number, Alexander Graham Bell just wasted his time.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Sutherland. Well, what do you hear from your husband in London? Oh? Oh, yes, of course. I'll be here all day. Oh, yes, thank you. Goodbye, Mrs. Sutherland. Well, I'm going to be getting a call from London on Sunday from Mr. Efficiency.
London, England? Will they keep the Big Ben?
That's right. Mr. Sutherland just phoned his wife and asked her to tell me that he'll be in possession of certain facts concerning that textile mill by the end of the week.
And he's going to call you all the way from London just to talk about it?
That's right, and I don't want anyone tying the phone up on Sunday. Need I say more?
Since we just got it today, Mr. Sutherland don't have our new private unlisted number. Need I say more?
I can say he doesn't. Well, I'll just have to cable it to him at his hotel. Then I'm going to call my secretary and have her get busy on that list. That'll take her several hours.
You mean you're going to have Miss Scott work Friday evening on it?
Well, naturally. She's wild about me.
What list?
All the people we want to give our new number to.
Oh, say, that's a good idea. After I do the dishes, I'm going to make up my list.
It all starts in the story. From the moment I walked into Jeff's office, him and his staff all treated me like I was one of the family. So I told him my story. He gave me some options about my case because I was disabled prior to the accident.
I've been practicing law for nearly 30 years. I'm quite good at thinking outside the box.
He represented me with zealousness, and he took my case even though it was a very difficult case.
I'm Jeff. Call me, tell me your story.
Call 303-753-0037. If you're suffering from stabbing pain, numbness, tingling, or a burning sensation in your arms, legs, hands, or feet, pay special attention. You may be experiencing peripheral neuropathy. The peripheral neuropathy is caused by the damage to nerves and impacts the lives of millions of Americans. If you or a loved one is suffering from neuropathy and has been prescribed a medication like Lyrica, Neurontin, or Cymbalta, there is finally an alternative. At Summit Medical Care Center, highly trained doctors are using a cutting-edge treatment and successfully slowing and often reversing the progression of the disease without the use of often addictive medications that really only mask the pain. If you are tired of living in pain, then call the number on your screen today. There's no surgery or prescription drugs. But don't wait to get relief that you deserve. And back to what matters the most. Call today to receive a full exam, in-depth consultation, and 2 treatments for only $49.
72500 pain. This summer is the time to make special memories with your family. Enjoy one another and your time together. Have some fun and celebrate, because it's these memories that will last forever. Hello, I'm Kim Baskin-Winfrey, and our family wants to say thank you to all the families we have been honored to help for the past 30 years. Please be safe, and remember, when you need us, we are here to help.
Ask them what you will.
Oh, hi, Tom. Why didn't you call me?
I tried to, but I kept getting the checkerboard cab company.
Oh, yeah?
It's okay about the uniforms. They got them in chartreuse.
Hot dog.
You know, it's funny about that phone number. Every time I call, I got the cab company.
I don't understand it.
It's very simple. Hi, Mr. Baxter. Hello, Tom. You know, he probably has the wrong number. Let's see, Klondike 58723. That's the right number, all right. You've obviously misdialed it. No, I don't think so. I even had the operator try it for me. Same thing, checkerboard cab company. Hi, Miss Baxter.
Hello, Tom.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Maybe it's not our right number.
Oh, of course it's the right number. I'll prove it.
How are you going to do that, George?
Very simple. Whenever you dial your own number on the phone, you always get a busy signal.
Oh,
Here, try it.
Klondike. 5, 8, 7, 2, 3.
Hello. What number is this?
You called it, mister. You ought to know. That's it.
Thank you. Well, I guess I better go. So long. Haven't you ever made a mistake?
Oh, sure, plenty of them. But never a whopper like this one.
That's enough, Hazel.
I hate to think of our friends and relations trying to get us and ending up with a cab instead. Maybe instead of giving out our number here, we should have used carrier pigeons.
Oh, my God.
What is it, George?
You turned the color of our bowling uniforms. Chartreuse.
Sutherland in London. He has the wrong number, too.
Darling, why don't you just call the phone company and have them give you the right number?
Oh, no, you can't do that. They won't give it to you. It's private. Unlisted. You know?
Well, they'll give it to me. After all, it is my number. Hello, information. Well, my name is George Baxter, and I have a new enlisted number which I somehow have forgotten. Will you give it to me, please? Well, what do you mean you have no record of it? Well, somebody there must have a record of it. Otherwise, how can you bill me? All right. Goodbye. Sorry, sir. I do not have it, sir. Sorry, I do not have it. So she kept saying.
Darling, don't get upset.
Oh, this is fantastic. I have to have that number to cable to Sutherland. Well, you know what he would do if he thought he was calling me and got the checkerboard cab company? Why, he'd fire the firm. That's what. For inefficiency.
Well, he can't be a very nice man. Just a little mistake like that.
You don't know him. He has a positive passion for efficiency. It's his God.
Bill Malcolm?
Bill Malcolm. Darling, you're wonderful.
He's a friend of ours who lives down the street. He's a big executive for the telephone company.
He sure is a friend in need.
Bill? George. So you know that private number I got? Well, it's a long story, but I've lost it somehow, and no one at that blasted phone company of yours will give it to me. So will you get it for me, please? Oh. Oh, I see. Thank you, Bill. There's absolutely no way I can get that number till the public office opens.
When will that be?
8:30 Monday morning.
Yes, ma'am, lady. I'm absolutely positive. This is the checkerboard cab company. My, what a day this is turning out to be.
Hi. I'd like to introduce myself.
I know who you are. You Hazel Burke.
How did you know that?
Watched you bowl in that last tournament? Man, what bowl.
Oh, well, thanks.
I'm Miss Brady. I'm Harry's brother.
Well, Harry's one of our best bowlers. I'm pleased to meet you, Mick.
Oh, it's pleasure on mine, Hazel.
This is a nice cab company you got here.
Well, I ain't got the 5 cabs, but I'll be adding to the fleet pretty soon.
That's what makes America such a great country. Enterprising men like you. You like donuts?
Love 'em?
Well, I brought you a dozen, homemade. Hot in the deep fry.
Now, why are you giving them to me?
Well, I have this terrific favor to ask you.
What kind of favor?
Why don't you try one of the donuts first?
Now, that's what I call a donut.
And here's some hot coffee to go along with it.
Thanks.
You've been getting a lot of phone calls today from people that didn't want cabs, right?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Well, because those calls have been either for me or for the Baxters.
Well, how come?
Well, to boil it down to bones, we lost a little card with our new phone number on it, and we've been giving your number out by mistake.
Yeah, I'm with you so far.
And now we can't get our right number till Monday.
You mean this is going to go on till Monday?
Yeah, why don't you sit down and drink your coffee and enjoy yourself? If you was to string along with us, we'd certainly appreciate it.
What do you mean string along, Hazel?
Well, I mean, take our messages.
Oh, you mean if any messages come here for you, the Baxters, you want me to take the message, huh?
You certainly must have gotten good marks on your report cards at school.
What makes you say that, Hazel?
You got such a quick mind, it's just like a steel trap.
Well, thanks, Hazel.
Of course, we wouldn't expect you to do it without compensation. What would you say to 10 cents a message? Is that fair enough?
Sure. That's okay with me.
Oh, you're a doozy, Mitch. And I'll be dropping by every hour or so to pick up the messages.
Hazel, I got a message for you right now.
Oh, yeah? What?
How would you like to go to moving pictures with me tonight? Double horror bill at the arcade.
Yeah, I know. I was going with my friend Rosie. But if you don't mind taking the both of us.
Oh, the more the merrier. Oh, here's another message for you, Mr. Baxter. Your tailor said to be sure and tell you that he can't let those pants out any further around the waist. That he's let them out. Thank you very much. See, that's 15 messages all told.
Well, at 10 cents a call, that means I owe you $1.50.
Oh, no, Mr. Baxter. 8 of them calls was for Hazel. And I sure don't want to charge her none.
Sure is.
Before you go, I'm afraid I'd like to ask another favor of you. Oh? Well, it was Hazel's idea.
You see, Mr. B's expecting an international phone call from London tomorrow.
London?
Sure, London, England, where they keep the Big Ben.
Oh?
It's a very important call, so if you don't mind, I'd like to go down to your office the first thing in the morning and wait for it.
Oh, that's okay, Mr. Baxter. But be sure and bundle up good, because we ain't got no heat down there, and it gets pretty chilly in the morning. Shall we?
Oh, sure. Oh, would you put these in my room? Good night, folks. Night.
Well, we better change if we're going to the dance.
Oh, I don't think we're going to the dance, George.
Why not?
Well, what time do you plan on being at the cab office?
9. No, to be on the safe side, I think 8.
Well, there's a time difference between here and London, darling. 6 hours.
Oh, no. That means 2 o'clock. Oh, honey, we better forget about the dance. I'm going up and get a good night's nap.
George, I'll be up in a minute to tell you a bedtime story.
Well, I hope it's not the one about the man who once upon a time decided to get an enlisted number.
Funding for children's programs are at risk due to COVID-19. Please give now.
This area of Niger, West Africa, has been gripped by a lethal food shortage, and children are dying. Staff are doing everything they can, but the situation is relentless. In the midst of this crisis, we find Amy. Brought in by her mother, Amy is just 2 years old and dangerously underweight. So weak that she can no longer stand. She's less than half the recommended weight of a child her age.
Cette fille qu'elle a souffert de la malnutrition et qui sévère, elle a besoin de traitements d'urgence.
Amy is slowly dying. She needs therapeutic food and medicine immediately. These are the basic things that you can help us provide by calling the number on your screen now and giving just $10